You'll need some heavy-duty thread like Coats & Clark outdoor thread, Coats & Clark jeans thread, Coats & Clark extra strong thread. Another nice option is embroidery floss, the number 5 heavy embroidery floss. Then you'll need some needles. We recommend doll sculpting needles. Dritz makes them in a package of 6 or individually. And then we start each strand with a bead or a button at the bottom and a bead or a button at the top. After you've strung, we will use a safety pin or a paper clip as hangers. Take our heavy-duty jean thread and thread it through a bead. And then you'll want to tie it twice to make sure that it doesn't come off. And then you can cut the end. Next, you'll take the thread and measure out 5 feet. Next, we'll thread the needle, and these doll sculpting needles are great because it's got a pretty big eye. Take your needle and thread and your crane, find the hole in the bottom of the crane that's already there, and put your needle in that hole. Bring the wing down and bring the needle out at the top of the triangle. Make sure that you don't come out off to the side or in the front of the triangle. Bring the needle straight up through the middle and then pull it through. And then add another crane. Find the hole. Add your next crane before I pull it through. Bring the wing down and come up again through the middle. With these doll sculpting needles, you can get about 3 cranes on the needle before pulling it through. Then go ahead and pull these 3 cranes all the way down to the bottom bead. Here they are nested together. And then you can get another crane, another 3 cranes. Find the center, place your needle, flip the wing down, come up through the triangle, get another crane, and then come up through the middle. And then I would do 1 more crane, since this needle is nice and long. And then bring the next 3 cranes down the thread. Turn the crane so that the heads are all facing in the same direction. You'll continue stringing cranes until you have 4 feet of strung cranes. If you come off to the side, pull your needle back until the tip disappears and feel the needle under the paper and come up. So now that you've finished threading your cranes, there'll be 4 feet of cranes, and that will take 37 to 40 cranes using 6-inch origami paper. This is the last crane in our strand of 4 feet. We have 40 cranes in this strand. go through the bottom hole, up through the top triangle. Then you're going to take a bead and add it so that it's right at the top of the triangle. Pull the bead and the crane through the thread and have it flush with the previous crane. Go through the bead one more time with the needle. Pull this through. That secures the bead. And then you're going to take a tag. You'll make a tag out of paper or cardstock. Write your name, the name of your organization, a personal message if you'd like, and be sure to put the number of cranes, write the number of cranes on your strand. Take the needle and go through your tag. Approximately to the top of the wing. And you'll also go through that another time. Pull this through. So now we've got, and if you want to make sure that it doesn't move, I would make a knot at the top. So we go through. Oh, my thread is not behaving right now. Go through and come through one more time, this loop to make a knot. You could make 2 knots if you want. Then you take about 4 inches of thread that's left and make a loop. And then just tie a knot in the loop. And cut off the excess thread. When you've finished your stringing, the last step is to take a safety pin or a paper clip and attach it to the top loop of your strand of origami tsuru. And here is your completed strand of oritsuru ready to send off to Washington, D.C. Starting at the bottom of the strand, wrap the cranes in a circle and leave the clip and the tag at the top. Make sure to leave the tag at the top of the envelope. Have the paper clip outside the envelope and add a piece of tape to secure it.
Depending on the size of the envelope, could be longer so that you can actually place it here on the outside. So the loop could be longer, depending also on the size of your tag too, or the message. Yeah. You just don't want it to be too long, because otherwise it might get tangled. So we recommend between 4 to 6 inches.
Put it this way, okay. And then put the other strand on top of the recycled paper.